Everybody, this is Joe from Portland. I'm here with Lulu. We haven't made a video for a little while, having other activities occupy our time. This is anti-attenuation electrothermal film, which you can see here and above my head. This is a product of Korea, and I am trying it out on what promises to be the coldest day of the year. It's currently 24 degrees at 1:44 p.m. And I'm going from up in the Olympia, Washington area down to visit family and have a doctor's appointment in Portland. I have put this up there along with a couple of other measures I have, one of which you can't see, but it is the trucker's electric blanket that uses 40 watts of electricity to keep you quite toasty warm. And of course, this uses 100 watts. So if I were to just run that and the electric blanket, if Lulu had a 50% charge in her battery, that's about 72 hours I could operate those two items without running out of juice. Even like the electric blanket alone, which really does a lot to keep you warm, at 50%, about 400 hours, 370 hours, or something like that. This time of year, people always worry about range, which of course is reduced by temperature changes. It's my understanding that below 72 degrees, every 10 degrees below, you can safely take 2.5% of your range off. So right now at 24, we're basically 50 degrees below 72. I think I can safely say that I'm going to lose about maybe about 2.5 kilowatt hours worth of energy. It's also getting a little bit foggy here. I'm going to just see if I can switch this around. Yep, so maybe you can see that fog just a little bit there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the defogger at maximum, 32 degrees Celsius. And I'm going to go see if I can, let's see how long it takes there to clear it. It's pretty quick. First of all, I use the anti-fog material, the white, the Rain-X product you put inside of your car really works well. And so I treated my front windshield with that. And one of the things it does is if it fogs up, it will get immediately unfogged when you use the defogger in the car. And that's looking to me like it's much better. Let's just take a look to see if I can figure out how much energy that's using. Okay, here we go. Should be coming up here. You can see the temperature of the battery, 61.2. Ironically, if you're traveling a road trip, January is a better time to do it than July, partly because you're going to be able to charge several times. I'm anticipating to be able to charge several times in the course of driving in a day, because the battery will cool down quickly. So let's see. Yeah, you see right there, 27 degrees is the battery, the high sensor number of the battery sensors. Now just look up there. To defog that window, that's 4 kilowatts. So to run that on 50% of Lulu, or even let's just say the 28 kilowatt hours that remain, you're about 7 hours and she would be out of juice. So I'm going to turn that off and let's see how that, you'll see that go away. And you can see that the auxiliary is using 200, so it's using less than 300 watts to do everything in the car except drive right now. And so that includes the attenuation unit, or anti-attenuation thermoelectric film. It includes the electric blanket. I believe it's your best bet as far as staying warm in the car. I was wondering about using this to defog the windows, and I was thinking about trying to use it in the windshield as a defogger, but you can see that it has these black cross pieces that connect between two filament. I just decided it wasn't, I can see through it pretty well. Legally, it would qualify as an obstruction of the windshield. So anyway, I have not, like I said, I've been working on some other matters. This January, it's my sincere hope that we are going to have a prototype of the new battery or the new battery modules assembled and working in a vehicle. I'm not going to say their name, but somebody who is very well known in the EV and the Leaf community, eminently capable and talented, and it's my hope that he's going to be able to go forward with a beta install to see if we can see if it works. The question at this point is simply whether or not the new modules will fit in the existing pack, because the new modules are perfectly suited to work with the existing BMS and the existing VCM. The only issue is there have to be an exact number of cells and modules, and we're not sure at this point whether those will fit the actual pack, the physical shell, they call it the shell, into which the pack goes. Now, there is one other option, which is we might be able to make it fit. If it doesn't fit, it might fit in a 62 kilowatt hour shell. Those are available from Nissan. They can be purchased. They are not terribly expensive. Shells for the 62 packs have 1 additional inch vertically, which may not sound like much, but it's the difference between being able to put a specific number of modules in a specific part of the pack, which has it has a kind of narrow waist, and in order to make this work, we really need to get a certain number of them in the non-narrow part. And with that extra inch, it does make a difference, and we should be able to do that. So I'll let you know. I'll check in and let you know how the heating element is going here, how that's working. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday. This was a rough year for a lot of people, and it's almost certainly going to be, not entirely smooth, I'm sure, for the next period of time as we, as a community, as an economy, as we dig out from under COVID. We're going to find, I believe, the sort of true costs of that epidemic in terms of jobs, businesses, growth, and that'll be a bigger, greater reckoning, I think is a good way to put it, and that'll be a sadder day in many ways. But we are, I'm sure, capable of sustaining and accepting whatever comes, and that's what I'm focusing on right now. Hopefully getting back in the new year to the point where I'm doing additional work for the same community that I was doing for before, and that work is showing promise. It already is. We've already identified an off-the-shelf product that is, in essence, compatible with the original BMS and the original VCM. It's just a matter of getting them to physically work in the space. And if they don't, we're going to have to think about it. It would be a shame if that was the only reason that we end up not being able to go forward. There are a lot of people out there who really need help, and this coming year is an almost deadline. This is when not having something set up becomes a problem for the following year. If anybody does have any questions, or if I can help anybody, I'm always willing to do it. You can find my information here. You can direct message me, or you can even email me just at bernardjhughes@gmail.com. And I hope you guys all drive safe. Thanks very much, and take care.